Hi Libra, how are we today? Just doing our weekly reading, and this week we're doing the monthly reading, so looking ahead at June, okay? I am sorry about the delay in uploading. I have been sick. I still am, so I feel as though I've been sick for the last month on and off. It's driving me insane. Not even winter yet here in Australia, and already been sick for about the last month on and off. So yeah. So I do apologize, if I am coughing or anything during the video, but, I really wanted to get something out for you guys so that we could have a look at what's happening in June. Okay, make sure you do subscribe to the channel, leave comments. It really does help the channel out. I really appreciate that. But this week I've got the Kipper deck. We're going to grab some sort of general sort of overviews with the Kauai lenormand. And I do also have the Mystic Love Oracle as well. Okay, so getting into it for you, Libra, we're just going to sort of have a look here with the Kipper at the topics for the start, middle, and end of June for you. See what what the main topic of those time periods are going to be. Okay, Libra, start, middle, and end of June for Libra. Oh, I love that one for you. Starting the month off good. We have the Sudden Wealth card. Okay. Sudden Wealth. Wonder what that is about, Libra. It generally, when we see that sort of card, we would automatically presume money. But it may be, wealth is a lot of things. It's not just money, but we'll have a look and see what we can determine for you here. Okay, Libra. What is this sudden wealth energy for Libra at the start of June, please? And what else does Libra need to know for the start of June? Okay. So straight away, we do have this energy of the woman and the stork coming through with that sudden wealth energy. So, with the woman, I do, we don't really read the genders as such, but it is sort of vibing as you yourself, regardless of your gender here, Libra, focusing on yourself and creating, creating new ideas of how to increase your abundance and wealth in your life in general. For a lot of you, this is a wealth of, positive emotions coming through. It's definitely, nurturing energy. The feminine is a very emotional, nurturing energy, but, in a very sort of positive way. It's all about growth, and especially with the stork here as well. So for some of you, with the sudden wealth there, and with seeing the feminine and the stork, if you are a female who has the potential of falling pregnant, for some of you, that's what this sudden wealth may be. Okay, and it's very sudden, out of nowhere, unexpected. Because the stork is my pregnancy card, and with the woman strengthening that, I just feel I need to kind of mention that for some of you, that if wealth to you is family and creating family, you may be finding out at the start of June that you're expecting. Okay, so just be aware of that. If that's not you, the stork energy, like I said, it's the pregnancy card. The reason it's the pregnancy card is because it's all about, that gestational period where you're packing your bags before you go on the journey. You see this stork here with all the suitcases. So it's kind of where you start packing your bags, getting ready for the holiday. It's not the holiday itself, it's the packing the bags, preparing for that, coming up with the plans, planning for that, the gestational period where things are starting to, get into the works here. So like for some of you, this could be, planning how you're going to increase your wealth. And like I said, for a lot of you, wealth is about more than just money here. It's like a wealth of the things that you want in your life. So if you want more happiness in your life, this is where we're going through nurturing the ideas that create happiness for ourselves. We're seeing nurturing, we're seeing ideas generation. We're seeing you sort of packing your bags and preparing for the future, and preparing for, so if you do receive a monetary, a sudden income burst at the start of June, this is where you would actually be, rather than spending all that, you would be putting, stockpiling that for a rainy day kind of energy, which, as we move through the month, we may need to do that. So if you do receive money at the start of June, you may want to sort of pack it away and plan for the future with that money. Okay, but we really do see, the preparation stages happening quite suddenly here. So for some of you, I'm picking up that for at least one of you, this may actually be preparing to move or journey or actual travel. May be involved in the future. For some of you, I'm not seeing the travel, but I am just feeling that for some of you, it literally is, preparing for a trip, preparing to pack your bags. And what do I need to take with me? Do I need to take, swimmers? Do I need to take warm clothes? That kind of preparation is coming through there. The added message we're seeing for the start of June, we have the dog, we also have the mice and the mountain. I did actually get the dog and the mice for Gemini, but it was in relation to them themselves. Whereas for you, this seems more external to you. And with the mountain there, for some of you, there may be an issue with a Gemini. Okay, you may be having some sort of obstacle being created in your life by a Gemini, or there may be some sort of turbulence or a delay or a setback because of a Gemini. Because we do see that the dog is the card of friendship here. So I do feel as though we are looking at something external to you. But the mice energy, it takes from you. It takes from your energy. It niggles away in the back of your head. It kind of stresses you out a little bit here. So, and especially with the mountain compounding that energy. The mountain is all about obstacles and delays, and needing to put in a lot of hard work to overcome any struggles, any setbacks that you're facing with that mountain energy. I do feel as though for a lot of you, this is a Gemini is creating. I'll let you know here, Libra. In the Gemini's reading, I saw Gemini at the start of June creating mischief. Okay, and they were the center of creating mischief. All right, so don't let Geminis drag you into mischief at the start of June here, because for some of you, this is actually taking from your energy. It may definitely be somebody, that you thought was loyal and compassionate and understanding, a friend. But we are seeing that they're taking kind of energy, stressing you out, making you feel as though that there's all these extra obstacles that you in order to get back to the loyalty, that there's some sort of obstacle there. So I do just sort of feel as though that's a little bit tetchy. There may be a friend that you're kind of having some struggles with at the start of June. And it just feels very much like that energy of they're taking a lot more than they're giving in the friendship, that kind of energy, and it's creating some struggles for you, and a bit of an obstacle for you. Like, how do we get over this, and how do we get back to just being loyal, compassionate, understanding with each other? So it does feel as though that may be something of concern for you. It is traveling into this energy here, which is the message of concern. So for some of you that may be linked with that, but I'll clarify this message of concern specifically, because we do see the figure holding, a piece of paper. So they've just received, some bad news or a letter that is concerning them or something along those lines. So for some of you, it may actually be something a little bit more physical. It may be a separate issue. We'll have a look here. Libra, what's going on with Libra and this message of concern in the middle of June? Definitely a person stressing you out. It may be that same person from the start of June, because we do have the clouds and the fox. Okay, so the fox is somebody who, in this message of concern, this fox is somebody who is only sort of, caring about their own needs. They're not caring about your needs, Libra. They're only caring about themselves. They're, it's a bit of a trickster kind of energy. They may, be putting on a really good front, acting like they're this awesome, business person, very independent, but they stress you out. With the clouds, it stresses you out. It makes you overthink things with this person. And, they may actually tell you something that sort of sets you off on this path of overthinking every little thing. Once again, it does feel like for a lot of you, it's this same energy from the start of June here. And the clouds energy, it kind of sends you into confusion. It sends you into, you feeling as though your judgment has been clouded about who this person is. That, at the end of the day, the fox is someone who, they're very independent and they're looking after their own survival first and foremost. But, it may be a bit concerning to you, because you're kind of like, but do they even think about anyone else's survival while they're doing this or whatever? So it does feel about somebody who's just being a little bit selfish, self-centered, too independent. Like they're not taking other people's concerns on board, and it kind of sets you off where you sort of feel very, anxious about the situation, and you start overthinking every little thing about this. But we'll get some extra clarity here. Extra clarity for Libra for the middle of June, please. Okay, so rather than overthinking, I feel like this is maybe some sort of advice for you here. We have the ring here, so we do see that, this may be a pattern with this person to start with, and recognizing the pattern is going to help you break the cycle. But also we do see, success with relationships here. We have the key coming through there as well, which does, open the door to new opportunities. So I do feel as though, whatever issue you're having with this fox, mouse, dog energy, this friend that, it sort of sets you off thinking, can I even trust this person? Is this person, this message of concern? I feel like it may actually help you, gain clarity with other relationships around you, and, open up new opportunities for new relationships around yourself here. We do see a lot of success in the future with the key. So there's definitely, the focusing on, I kind of get this energy of, you're focusing on the relationships that bring you to success rather than bring you to stress, and focusing on the relationships that, are you're able to grow closer to and open up to, and yeah, just avoiding the stress, because we do see the stars as well. So focusing on what you desire from your relationships with people, focusing on, the idealistic approach, this is what I want out of this relationship. Is this going to be possible with this person? Or should I focus on relationships where these goals are possible in that relationship, friendship, whatever. So it may actually open you up to understand a little bit deeper what your true desires are when it comes to these friendships and relationships around you, and understanding that, you maybe need to break the cycle with somebody and open up to a new cycle with somebody new. It may not even be somebody new. It just may be opening up, closer to somebody, that is more in line with your true desires. Okay. I am sort of just picking that up there, that there may actually be, I'm getting multiple relationships there. So kind of asking you to focus on the relationships that that are successful and do help you find hope and optimism, and rather than just take. Pardon. The end of June, we are seeing the focus on occupation. Okay, so with that occupation card, some of you hard at work at the end of June. Some of you, I feel like you may actually be thinking about changing your occupation at the end of June here. Clarify the occupation card for Libra at the end of June, please. Yeah, so really focused on stability and growth within your occupation. We have the house and the tree here. So the house is all about stability and security. So, job security definitely coming through here, but also the need for growth and what is going to help you grow the most. There may need to be, for some of you, there may be this question of like, can I grow with this occupation? Yes, it's very safe and secure for me to stay in this occupation, but is it going to give me the growth, the wisdom that I need? Is it in, am I traveling along the right path for myself here with this occupation? Or do I need to expand and open up my branches or change branches? I am getting, for one of you, changing branches. I don't know what occupation that is. Like, when I say branches, it's like, it made me automatically think of like a bank. So if you're someone that maybe works at a bank, there may be the need to change branch and work at a different branch. Just randomly coming through there. But yeah, ultimately there is a lot of safety and security with this occupation. And I feel like a lot of you kind of realizing that you do have the job security, and, it is a stable, steady sort of job for you if you want it to be. But I feel like there's just this, is this what's right for myself? Is this truly, something that I am happy with? Or do I need to, move on, branch out, find something that's a little bit more, because the tree can sometimes talk about, like wisdom and learning. So I feel like some of you may be sort of considering, branching out into something that needs a little bit more, that uses more of your wisdom, if that kind of makes sense, that you may be wanting to branch out just in a different area slightly, or some of you may wanting to change occupations completely. But, ultimately I feel as though there is definitely, security and safety with that job. It just feels like it's just something in the back of your mind here, Libra, whether or not that's something that you personally, or is, because the trees don't really have much movement either. So for someone there, it may be important for you to sort of think about it from that perspective as well, that, sway with the breeze rather than allowing it to break. Like a tree will sway in the breeze rather than just breaking every time a strong breeze comes through. So if there is something going on for you within your occupation, for someone there, that may be something you need to hear at the moment, is just sort of go with the flow and, sway with the breeze and bend rather than break, at the moment, because ultimately there is that long-term stability and security with the job. Okay, anything else for Libra at the end of June, please? Yeah, so definitely seeing some of you at a point where you are sort of choosing whether you want to stay in that occupation or not. We have the crossroads there, which does talk about, making a choice or a decision. I do see, you can sort of see we've got the signposts here, and then we've got that tree in the background. So that's it's all about your self growth and, what you're going to feel most happy with within yourself, and what's going to give you the most opportunity to grow and look after yourself, with this job, that will really help you make these decisions. Okay, so thinking about your self growth, and your taking care of yourself, self-care, self-growth, keeping those at the forefront while you're making this decision. We also have the child. So, with the child, it does let us know that when you're making any decision at the end of June here, it's important to know that, this is just the beginning. This is just, you're just the child here, sweet, innocent, that anything can happen, that there's a whole world ahead of you, that, you can go any direction that you choose. You can start a brand new adventure if you need to, so having that peace of mind, knowing that if you do start a brand new adventure, just, think about it with hope and a sense of adventure, and it will work out really well for you. But everything will fall into place as it needs to. We have the cross here. So it's all about having faith in no matter what the adventure brings your way. Have faith in your decisions, have faith in your choices here. So some of you, I feel, are going to just, stay with that particular occupation. Others of you may be choosing a different direction here. It's going to be different individually. All right, but we'll have a look at love as well. Okay, Libra. What is going on for Libra with romance and love during June? Libra, what's going on for Libra during June, please? June for Libra. Just one more, please. Just one more specific to love for Libra, please. Okay, so firstly, we have the hookup one night stand card. So for some of you, there may be a hookup or a one night stand sometime during June. Like there may be the opportunity for that. I feel like even those of you who are in a connection, there may be somebody coming up to you and sort of, hey Libra, because I'm kind of picking up here on someone trying to, like, someone who's a Libra who's married, and someone trying to get you to hook up with them outside, like, and go outside of your marriage. But it's just a one night stand energy. It's just a hookup energy. It's just a physical attraction energy. Okay, so be aware of that. And I am getting drawn too to that message of concern with the fox and the clouds there. It may have something to do with that as well. It may be like someone trying to stir shit, to be honest, here, Libra. Feels like a friend setting you up. I'm not going to lie. That message of concern. It may have something to do with this. Okay, interesting. We also see the blocked obstacles energy. So I feel like a lot of you, I feel like this is sort of how you've been feeling, that you have been feeling a little bit blocked, and that, everything feels like obstacles at the moment, especially when it comes to love. You're kind of not sure how to get through the obstacles because, when we do see this here, we do have the crossroad, the direction. So, we're seeing that crossroad card once again. We saw it there initially at the end of June in regard to your occupation, and now it's coming through in regard to love as well. So I feel like it's coming from this blocked energy that, a few of you are feeling like you just don't know which direction to go. You're just needing some extra clarity for yourself when it comes to love at the moment, and needing to sort of choose which direction you're going in with love. For some of you, this is one of the directions that's popping up, but be aware that it is just a hookup physical energy there. It may actually, it may not be the right choice of direction to take. So we are seeing June as a very big month of decisions for you, especially toward the end of June here. But once again, we're seeing travel and experience new things. So that's very muchly like that stork energy, like that child energy. Using your sense of adventure to choose new directions. We do see that crossroads and the travel coming out together. For some of you, you may meet somebody while you're traveling. You may want to get out and experience new things, even if you are already in a connection, wanting to just experience some new energy. We did also see that energy of with that key and stars, that you kind of deciding to maybe start some new relationships around yourself as well. So for some of you, it may not be love related, even though I did try to specify love. It has just come through very general in that sort of sense. It's all about starting new journeys for yourself and experiencing new energy, rather than the same old obstacles, the same old things that are creating these blocks and obstacles for you. So you're kind of choosing, do I want to, repeat the same cycles, or do I want to grow and focus on myself a little bit more here and change directions? Not just in career, but other things as well. All right, so that's what we have for you today, Libra. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements as well. Do leave a comment. Let me know if that resonated for you. Subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I'll see you all soon.